What is the first thing immigrants should do if you relocate to a brand new country? The country can be the United States, can be any country in Europe, can be Australia, New Zealand, Canada. These principles I'm going to explain will be able to help you, regardless of the country you are going, to know what are the first important things to make the decision. Number one, I usually tell people, if you are going to country A, make a decision. Am I going to stay in this country? Is my plan to stay in this country for over a long time, which we call permanently or rather forever? Is that my goal, to stay in this country? Or is my goal to go to this country, get some of the opportunities, whether it's education, whether it's work experience, whether it's money, and then go back to my home country? Is that your plan? Or is the plan to go to country C and stay there for a couple years, then to relocate to country B or to country D? That means that country you are going is not the final destination. Rather, you are going there because it's the opportunity, but you have another destination in mind. You want to go to that particular country. That is the first thing to make a decision and focus on. You are going to Netherlands. Is being Netherlands your final destination? Or is your plan to go to Netherlands and then you move to England down the road? And if, let's say, you are going to Canada, is the plan to stay in Canada permanently, or you want to, from Canada you move to Australia, or from Canada to move to the United States? Is that your plan, to go to another country C? Or my plan is to go to country A, stay there for 2 years, then come back to my home country. Majority of people don't make that decision, and that affects them very large, because without making that decision, you'll be in the limbo, you'll be confused, you'll be focusing some of the aspect in that particular country, but at the same time you are starting focusing about your home country. So you are wasting time, because every single day is getting out of your visa. Is a visa going to be away? Is not going to be any another day. So that's number one. So if your plan is to say, I'm going to stay permanently in this country, you need to know what type of profession should I have based on the needs of this country and my interest and my background. What type of job or profession should I focus on? Because sometimes, let's say you go to US, you go to Canada, you go to England, you go to these Western countries, being a registered nurse is a very huge thing. You get high respect, you get good job, you get good money. So for that case, if you stay there, it's good. But if you go to most of the African countries, being a nurse is not highly paid jobs. So if your plan is to stay in that particular country, yes, you can say I want to become a nurse. But if my goal is to come back to my home country, is your goal to become a nurse in your own country? That's up to you. So you have to make those decisions. Instead of going to study something and you come back to your home country, you cannot be able to do. And again, you can say, okay, my goal is to go there and study, to have a work experience, and if possible, get some money so that I can come back to my home country and work and invest. So for that case, you need to know what type of job experiences will be practical, so that when I come back, will be able to mean something. So that's number one. Number one is to make a decision overall. First thing first is, am I going to live permanently, or I'm going back to my home country, or I'll be looking to another country? That will help to set up every single thing. Number two is, again, to focus on, even if you are going back to your home country, even if you plan to move to country A, to country B, to country C, when you go to that country, what are the things to reach at the peak of a person in that particular country? What is their dream? Like if you're in America, what is the American dream? How can you reach American dream? What are the things which are important? How can you buy a house in America? Even if you're not buying a house from day one, you need to know those. You need to know how to buy a brand new car. You need to know how to buy stocks. You need to know how to invest. You need to know about retirement. You need to know all those kind of things from very, very early on. You need to know about credit card, credit score, all those kind of things, because they will help you to shape your behavior to the good start and success. Because without those one, you'll be nothing. Because you might say, oh, I'm going to that country, I'm just going there for 1 year and I'm coming back to my home country, and down the road after 9 months you find that maybe some situation changed in your country, you don't want to go back, or you like that country, you want to stay more, but you wasted your time because you didn't want to learn about these kind of things, how to become a governor in America. Even if you want to plan to become governor, just know those kind of things in the particular country. Down the road, they will be very, very important in your life. So those are the two key issues. Number one, make a decision where you are going to stay permanently or not permanent, or you are going to relocate. But number two, cement yourself with the knowledge and everything which will lead you to success, whether you are staying there, whether you are going back. With those one will help to create a new blueprint on how to succeed in any country you go as immigrant.